The Leadership Center is the organization in Cleveland that looks to educate, engage, and connect leaders at all levels, whether they be aspiring leaders, emerging leaders, already well-established leaders, and we want to make sure they are armed with the information, the skills, and the connections that they need to make a difference in Cleveland. Cleveland is at a crossroads. A lot of people say this, but it's really true, and we as a community need to embrace that and do everything we can to move it forward. We want them to be changed. We want them to be provoked. We want them to think. We want them to feel inspired and to find ways that they really want and can make a difference in the community. You know, Chris Connor started this whole vision of making waves last year when at our annual meeting, he charged everyone who was there to leave a wake. So we took that to a whole new level. Not only leave a wake, but be the wave maker in the community, be the change agent.
Open Doors Academy is a developmental enrichment program. Our mission is very simple. It's protect, inspire, nurture, and challenge youth to reach their full potential. We started in the basement of a church 12 years ago with 20 students, and today we serve over 500 youth and about 1,600 family members. We have a 100% high school graduation rate, and about 97% of our students have gone on to college and continue to stay in college and completing their degrees. I am a proud graduate of the Cleveland Bridge Builders class of 2008. I've been operating in a specific way, and I think it's very easy for people to get stuck in their leadership and to think, well, this is the way I've been doing it, so this is the way I should continue to do it. And what the Cleveland Leadership Center and the Bridge Builders program did for me was open my eyes to the fact that, guess what, I wasn't perfect. They had us do the 360 inventory of our leadership skills, and the feedback, while tough at times, I think really helped position me to be more of a lifelong learner and to understand that leadership evolves with time and you grow through experience and practice and awareness of yourself and your interactions with others. I really enjoyed my experience with Bridge Builders, so it's not a one program fits all. You have programs that are geared towards high school students. You have programs that are geared towards more senior leadership. You also have programs that are shorter term interactive experiences and kind of more of a one-shot deal or a few shots. You also have a more in-depth opportunity to look at yourself and analyze your leadership. And then there's just kind of these opportunities throughout that provide different experiences in different ways across the continuum. We as individuals have to evolve, and I think the Cleveland Leadership Center plays a key role in that.
Breakthrough Schools has 9 high-performing charter schools working with the district, and but we'll have 10 next year, actually. We serve about 2,600 kids. We're about the size of the entire East Cleveland School District. I had spent many, many years in the Cleveland high schools and middle schools, and I wanted to be a change agent to try to help. I went through Leadership Cleveland back in 05, 06. I was rejected on my first application. But anyway, so I finally got in and started to get to know leaders in the community, not just from that class, but from other classes. And then there's events where you meet other people, and one thing led to another, and the networking was phenomenal. So we went from a very small database of people that might be interested, and that database today has about nearly 10,000 people in it. They actually helped design and helped raise money and helped me out a lot. I'm not sure we'd have Breakthrough Schools today without the Cleveland Leadership Center. Every one of our children is capable of learning and succeeding in life. And we can't make excuses for why we can't teach kids. So my hopes and dreams for our kids is to give them a top-notch education so that they can pick and choose what they want to do in life. Our kids deserve a top-quality education, and then they'll come back to our city, and they'll stay here, and they'll be taxpayers, and they'll be leaders, they'll be teachers in our schools, they'll be lawyers. And this is what we need in our city. This next generation coming up, we have to give them the absolute most phenomenal education we can.
I was disqualified from a cross-country meet because of a medical condition I have called Tourette syndrome. And it was really the first time I had been taken out of my comfort zone and shown that really not everyone's going to be accepting of the things that make me who I am. And I was devastated. It was a horrible experience for me, but it was also a moment of realization where I saw that this is going to happen more and more if I don't do anything about it. And from there, I came up with the idea to have an event where I had a little list of 15 charities that would come in and just show people the types of people they represent, or ways that people can get involved with them and possibly volunteer. And it really grew from there. And by the day of the event, my little list of 15 charities had grown to be 48. And we had 1,000 people come out to an event that we had really just thought up at our kitchen table. We had our second fair in 2013, and at this one we had 131 exhibiting organizations, and 3,000 people came out to what was at the IX Center that time. And we're currently in the process of planning the 2014 fair. So in the summer of 2013, I was a member of the Look Up to Cleveland, I believe it was July class, and it was an amazing experience, and a lot of people really do come out and say, hey, I wasn't doing anything before, but I really want to now because I was either inspired or I connected with a certain group at the Tolerance Fair. The Look Up to Cleveland was a week long. It was sort of a camp. It was a leadership training where we went around to different places in Cleveland. My mom and dad came in and we did a presentation about the fair. After the presentation, a couple of them came up to me and said, how can I get involved? And that's how we really got them into the Leadership Academy, and it was really cool to see them want to help us out. It's great to be able to have that thing that really connected us and have great leaders come from it. It's changing lives. We've got a lot of stories where people have found resources, nonprofits have connected with each other. It's made me who I am. On September 17th, I was just a kid who was going to go to a cross-country meet the next day. But September 19th, I didn't realize that the day that had just happened had changed my life forever.
I love helping people a lot. I would love to have a career out of that, to just travel around the world and help anyone I could. My experience at the Leadership Academy influenced me to help others. They taught me a lot of skills that I needed, such as bringing other people's ideas together. Like maybe there are some people quiet, and Leadership Cleveland taught me that it's those that you really need to get involved, and one person shouldn't take over everything. The Summer Leadership Academy, it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of learning, but they also incorporated a lot of good times into it, a lot of memories that I'll probably have forever. That was kind of thinking outside of the box, and we really want to make Cleveland different. What would attract people here from New York to Chicago if they could stay? What would attract them to Cleveland? And that was a lot of what Leadership Cleveland taught us. I love it here. I love the homes and the people and the feeling, and I love how much we have, and just if we could express that to everyone, how many people would come. And Leadership Cleveland just really does that, and I think that's why you should support it, because Leadership Cleveland teaches all of us that Cleveland's a great city and we have so much to offer. And if it weren't for Leadership Cleveland, I don't think I would be wanting to stay here in Cleveland when I am older. So I think that's really cool, and they taught me that.
It's a very engaging city. It's what I believe an immigrant-friendly city that many people don't think it is. I think it is. My family and I have felt very blessed to be here, and we have really used our talents to accomplish so many things, but it would not be possible without the city of Cleveland, our leaders, our neighbors, all the opportunities, our wonderful universities, everything that we have here in Cleveland just makes it easy to succeed as an immigrant. We actually started an initiative for an organization called Hispanic Alliance, and we were funded to bring consultants from Chicago to really study our Hispanic community. And why is it that our children are not graduating from college? Why is it that we're not sitting on boards, etc.? And I was part of that initiative, and I think Leadership Cleveland gave me the confidence, the knowledge, the expertise, and the support to start that initiative. And now we have a wonderful organization called the Hispanic Alliance that is the umbrella organization to support all the other Hispanic organizations. And we also outreach to everybody else outside of the Hispanic community, so that we work with the United Way, with all of our health industry, all of the companies that are here, so that it is a win-win situation. At my job at Metro Health Medical Center, I believe that also being part of Leadership Cleveland has made me a better employer And I am right now starting an initiative to train over 6,000 employees on the benefits of having bilingual staff to serve not only our local, what we call LEP, limited English proficient patients, but also to serve all the international patients that come to Cleveland, because we all know we are number one with our health companies or our health here.
I joined Cuyahoga Community College in the fall of 2011, and in that particular role, I have had the unique opportunity of working with both youth and adult innovative programs to really help more individuals understand what there needs to be done to help them to have better lives in Northeast Ohio. I actually went through the Civic Leadership Institute program. At that time, I was in a brand new role at Cuyahoga Community College as the Vice President of College Pathway Programs and Community Connections. For me, as a new individual to Northeast Ohio, it was really important for me to have a better understanding of not only the history of Cleveland, but really understanding the leadership makers in our community, so to speak. So it really gave me a better footing on the who, the what, and the why that needs to happen in Northeast Ohio. Let's talk about the Cleveland Film Commission. So one of our newest programs launched at Cuyahoga Community College is working more collaboratively to help individuals to understand the skill sets, the requirements necessary for individuals to become connected with the film industry. So Cuyahoga Community College in the fall of 2013 launched a brand new program that's going to help more young people, whether they're high school students or college students, to gain access. That's a real example of making a difference from my connection with the Civic Leadership Institute. The Civic Leadership Institute, for me, made a huge difference in terms of the broader connection to real people. So even as a leader, we have to stay connected to mentors, and we have to stay connected with good partners. And it's our collective effort that makes a difference for the folks in Northeast Ohio. I've been involved in education for almost 30 years on a professional level, and I can say without question, my experience through the Cleveland Leadership Center, and specifically through this Cleveland Civic Institute, was probably one of my top professional development experiences.
Well, this year I've been involved with LC2, Leadership Cleveland 2. That is a program that's been around for 2 or 3 years. The beauty of that is it takes alumni from several different classes. So it can be somebody who graduated 10 years ago, 15 years ago, or last year. And it's focused around a particular project or series of projects. And so we have 3 different projects that LC2 has done. About 30 of us together have worked on a mentoring program for the students, have worked on Adopt a School program, and then the third that I'm particularly involved with is sort of a short-term loaned executive program. Dr. James Merlino, who is the in charge of the customer experience project for the Cleveland Clinic, he was in my class. And so he understood the need that the district had, and it was very easy for the Cleveland Leadership Center to reach out to him and say, Dr. Merlino, would you be interested in assisting the district? And he readily agreed. I would strongly support firms getting involved with the leadership program for a couple of reasons. Number one, individually. If someone goes through the process, she or he learns so much more about themselves and about the city of Cleveland, and how that 2 kinds of growing knowledge can facilitate personal development and then economic and other kinds of development in the city of Cleveland. So absolutely, there's a personal benefit to being involved with the program. In terms of the entity sending the person, the firm, they benefit greatly too, because they get what comes back is a more connected, more mature individual ready to assume more of a leadership role in their firm or in their corporation, and also more connected to the city, because we are connected as a city and we will rise or fall together over the next 2 generations.
When you leave here tonight, yes, you'll remember the wonderful stories. Yes, you'll remember those moments of inspiration that you felt during the course of the evening. But what I want you to do is to take that inspiration and translate it into action. Who are the other people who you meet here tonight who can help you to realize a civic vision? Is there a call to action that you'll hear tonight? Can you give a half day or maybe even a full day of time in your life to share what you do professionally and to share some personal insights with the next generation so that they can be empowered to be better leaders?
Thanks again for coming this evening. You've heard some wonderful stories by many of the CLC's alumni, those who are really making waves in our community. Now, to finish the evening, we have a special treat that's going to honor our guest speaker. I think that you're going to be really, really impressed.
Can you do that on my finger?
I mean, you just pretend it's spinning.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. All right.
I do it too.
So that's a little big evil.
Okay, okay.
Talk to them.
I know, because I can't do it.
Yeah, can you spin it?
No.
Give it a shot. We've had everyone
Okay.
try.
So I gotta go this way?
So we gotta spin it.
Okay, I can't do this.
Try it.
Okay, try to do this. Oh, yeah, I get.
Nobody.
I can't do it.
Oh,
There you go. That was a bad throw.
Okay,
Back and forth.
okay,
Great.
okay.
Larissa's actually.
I don't feel like Joe's supporting my leadership right now.
One more. The spin.
the spin.
And the toss. Yes, that was that cat, all right.